Today I'd like to show you one of my favorite dishes. It's called a ratatouille. Very rustic, really delicious. I'm using eggplants. And for this dish I'm using actually larger eggplants on purpose. Usually they're bitter, but it's a slow roast for an hour and a half, so I'm choosing that. It's going to come real mellow. I'm using some roasted garlic, and yes, I'm roasting it first before it goes into the dish itself. 2 pints of cherry tomatoes, some salt and pepper, a bit of olive oil, and a 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes. So it's pretty simple. Oh, and an onion. So the eggplant, all I'm doing is cutting off the head, and I'm going to give them little cubes here. Nice big chunks. This is cooking off, like I said, for an hour and a half, believe it or not. It just mellows all the flavors, and just what a beautiful end result that you're going to get with this. This can be served over a pasta or just used as a side dish. And if you take a look, I'm just cubing. Generally, I don't really like using large eggplants because they are quite bitter. So what I tend to do is salt it and let it sit for about 30 minutes, and then I'll rinse it off just to get that excess bitterness out. I'm taking 2 pints of cherry tomatoes. You can use whole tomatoes if you want and chop it. I'm just being lazy. Cherries work really nice with this. I'm going to salt and pepper quite liberally before I put my onion in. Perfect. Okay, and I've got a nice Spanish onion here, like a really nice Spanish onion. Going to put big chunks. The whole thing's going to break down as it cooks into the oven. I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but be careful, when you're doing an onion. You ever get that onion skin under your nail? Hurts like a bugger. Seriously? And I'm just doing nice big chunks here. Throwing it right in. And to help this along, the tomatoes will take a bit to break down as it's cooking. So what I'm doing is I'm adding 28 ounces of a diced tomato with the juice complete. So it's just going to really help it along, is all it's doing. Last but not least, the garlic. Now this garlic is killer. Super mild. I take 3 pounds of garlic at a time, and I slow roast it in olive oil. And when I do that, I just put it in a pot just to cover the garlic. That's it. I put it on a medium heat, and I let it go for a good 60 minutes. That's going to last a long time, honestly. If you keep it covered with the oil, leave it in your fridge, you got a good 6 months on that. Anyways, it's just going in. And I do want the roasted in here. It's going to break down even further. When this end dish happens, you don't actually get to see the garlic. It's just melted down that far, but the flavor is just incredible. Okay, so this goes into the oven, and what I do basically is every 30 minutes, I'm going to give it a stir. It's a 350 oven. After an hour and a half, I made one a little bit earlier for you guys. Take a look at this. This is so, so delicious. It's all melted down. You don't really see the garlic, as I said, but boy, what a beautiful, beautiful flavor. Served on its own, served beside some lamb, I'm thinking Greek here, or even on some pasta. Fast and easy to make. You see how much time it took me to put everything together. The oven does the work. So do try to make it. It is so delicious.